All right,
Make sure it's fun night.
before we get too far off, Shoner, what are you bringing to the table tonight, buddy?
All right, so there's been a lot of talks
Brun
with
leaves.
streaming networks. I know. Shoner's talking.
He's like,
probably gonna flex or
Shoner's
something.
out. I'm out. Goodbye.
So there's been a lot of talks, a lot of hearsay, a lot of chatter about whether or not like Twitch is dying, DMCA, soundtrack, all that kind of stuff. Every other company, the Mixer just falling out of nowhere, selling off to Facebook. So YouTube is actually starting to make moves to try to take advantage of some of the things that Twitch does and hopefully, produce a better market for streamers because discoverability is better. We can agree upon that. They now do short videos where you can do your TikTok type videos right there and it goes right in the middle of everyone's browsing. So it's easy to get discovered there. Now they're adding clips. It's an alpha test right now. It's only in certain streams. And there's right now it's a trailer for YouTube that you can go in and make anywhere from a 5 to a 60-second clip. And you can save it to your YouTube, just like little shorts. And it's supposed to, to take advantage of everything that YouTube has of the discoverability, the browsing, the saving and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're starting to see YouTube finally do the things that, people like Harris Heller brought up, right? Where if YouTube just makes a little tweak here and there, they can take the market. And I think that you add in a better rate system, which they are alpha testing a rate system also. I forget what they're calling it, but they do have a system to allow people to go and finally raid people. So is YouTube making the push to try to topple Twitch?
I think they'd be stupid not to.
I'm of two minds of this.
I mean,
go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, I was gonna say like with how pissed off everybody is at Twitch, like it would not surprise me if they were like if YouTube was like this is our opportunity, and they kind of expound upon all that and do what they can to become the dominating. Because I mean, the issue, I think we discussed this in the Toddcast was the only issue that everybody has is that Twitch has that name. Like that's what they're known for.
Yep.
So it's going to be hard for YouTube, but if they do start implementing, the clips and, an easier browse system, maybe. I don't really give a shit about the raid thing, me personally. Like it's super cool when I get raided, but like I never fucking expect it. And honestly, the bounce rate from raids is kind of high, so there's really no.
Bro, thank God somebody is speaking my fucking language.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I'm super appreciative of anybody that wants to bring their homies over to my stream. But one, it's definitely not expected, and two, I don't expect everybody that goes in that bitch to drop a follow or even say anything in fucking chat.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, them not having a raid system, I could give a fuck less about that. What they need to do is they need to start doing more advertising and showing that they are more of a viable live stream platform than Twitch, and then maybe people will go, okay, fuck this place, we're gonna go to this place.
Well, we see more and more. So like today, Final Fantasy, Square Enix did their announcement for the new DLC for the MMO. And they did this big old Twitch stream.
Dorks.
And they did it on
Hey, fuck you.
They did it on YouTube as well.
It
It wasn't just Twitch. We're starting to see more and more companies going, well, I'm going to stream on Twitch, but I'm also going to multi-stream on YouTube. Right?
They've been doing that shit for a while.
Yeah, but it's the big events have always been kind of more Twitch oriented, where YouTube is starting to kind of push in to get those interviews, those shows to actually stream
contractual though, right? Like the big events probably signed some type of contract where it was like
I think like Magic the Gathering.
Twitch.
I think Magic the Gathering has like a contract with Twitch to do all their events on Twitch. There's a lot of video games that do it, but I don't think a lot of them. I don't think like Square Enix has any kind of contract with Twitch because their name is too big. They're just like, well, whatever. I don't need to have a contract. You're gonna.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that in the past it wasn't a big deal,
right?
Because they had these contracts. Now it's like everybody's sitting there saying, "Oh, fuck you!" Like we don't need to do this because you're kind of a dying platform, anyways.
So
right.
I was trying to look something up, and I'm still going to in regards to this. And the clip system, I think, is good because honestly, that was the main discoverable way on Twitch, and it wasn't necessarily nascent through the platform, but clips were an easy, digestible format that you and your chat could do to basically take a small subsection of your content, so you can put it everywhere, right? So you can put it on TikTok, you can put it on Twitter, Facebook, fucking MySpace if you really had the fucking nutsack to do it. I tried to log into my MySpace a few weeks ago, and I don't remember my login. So I was trying to do that on stream and it wasn't necessarily working because I couldn't. Long story. Anyway, but the main thing that they need, I'm looking just at the YouTube site, right? And like the biggest thing that they have to fix is they need to somehow nascently bring streams to the forefront. Right now, it is still video content, and which is their bread and butter, right?
Right.
I was thinking about this last night because I've been doing both. Right, I've been on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, just to honestly to play with it and see how YouTube streaming is, because I find this fascinating. Plus, my Twitch is like fucking in its death rolls right now, so I'm just like, fuck, what do I do? Long story short, so number one, discoverability on YouTube actually can be huge, but on the same token, they don't put it in your face, right? So it's down here on the subsection more from YouTube, and then you have to click on live or gaming, and then you have to go to a category, but it doesn't show all the categories. It's really fucked up. Go explore sometime. It's bizarre. But the like system has actually become more important in that, because that's actually how you move up in the discoverability charts in a platform, right? So the more your stream is liked or thumbed up, the higher you go, right? It's not.
So it's like Reddit, but for live streams.
Exactly. So it's not like Twitch's with concurrent viewership, which is.
They've kind of changed that, though. They've kind of changed that a little bit.
I think they're taking the right steps, though, dude. Because they've gone like they're also signing a bunch of people to lock in streaming on YouTube. Like there's this girl named Valkyrie. She won Streamer of the Year last year. And she's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, she probably hangs out with that one other guy, that other kind of small streamer, Dr. Disrespect, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah, there you go. Valkyrie, Dr. Disrespect, like all those people, the big names, pretty big names.
Slightly big, right?
But you're right. It's weird because YouTube doesn't push it in your face for live stream. Like unless the person follows you already or like subscribes to you.
Yep.
Then you go live and people are in there. And
it will be kind of cool though, because I mean, like they always say, you can't really grow on Twitch without having an accompanying YouTube or other platform.
Yeah.
Whether that be TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, what have you. But having that kind of integrated to where people can just kind of you get that discoverability from like your natural YouTube videos, that are being discovered out there through their algorithm, and then it gets people brought to your live stream, which is kind of how it really works already. When you discover something on Twitch, but then you have to convince these people to go to a whole other platform just to watch your dumb ass talk into a microphone.
And that's where I think I've seen some interesting things here, because like I'm all about cards, right? So I watch a bunch of like new YouTubers that literally just started doing cards, like different card reviews or product reviews or what have you. Only like maybe 6 months ago or something, right? And I follow them on Twitch and I follow them on YouTube. And on YouTube, when their videos go live, whenever there's a premiere, whenever they're streaming on YouTube about cards, the views are there. There's people there. There's people interacting in the chat. On the flip side, though, I go to their Twitch and they're doing something else, like playing Magic the Gathering online or whatever their interests are besides cards. There's like 1 or 2 or 3 viewers at max in there, but they have like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube or something, So it's kind of, I think at some point it's going to be a give and take of what crowd goes where, right?
Yeah,
I think maybe going to YouTube and having that early start now might be a good way to do it, but
I've thought about it.
Twitch also has the name, like we said, so and for the most part, Twitch's UI is not terrible. It's just that I guess when people go to Twitch, they expect live stream and not less video content. Whereas if you go to YouTube, you expect video content versus live streaming. And I think YouTube needs to flip that paradigm on its head and make it so that live is in your face, and that is where they'll be able to take over. I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think the big thing is like one thing that Twitch has that YouTube does not have is the monetization, right? It's so much easier to get monetized on Twitch than it is YouTube, because YouTube you have to have so many hours, so many viewers, so many subscribers before you could even try. to get.
Oh, the
big
threshold. I
monetized.
didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that the,
I mean-
the entry gate was that high.
But for a lot of people who do the YouTube streaming, they do donations, they do the tips, they do whatever, right? They don't care so much about getting monetized by YouTube itself. They're just
Mhm.
like, well, whatever, I'll just do this way. You can donate to my PayPal or whatever my site that I want to use. And so where Twitch has the advantage is those subs, right? Where
Mhm.
people are subbing, you're getting money from commercials, which we don't get shit for that. But you can also do bits, and there's always coming out with new ways for them, because Twitch does not want you to use outside third-party systems to pay money to streamers. They want you to use theirs because they get to take a cut of it.
And there's the inherent problem, my friends.
Yep.
There it is, right there. And Shoner just said it. What does Twitch do better than everybody else?
Take your money.
They take money.
Monetize. So what? So
I
why?
think though-
So why?
I think people want to be. I think people want to be on YouTube though. So if you look at the video, I'm looking right here. I got the Final Fantasy announcement showcase. They had 238,000 views. We're on Twitch. They only had like 100.
Yeah, that's double. I was watching that
Almost triple.
announced on Twitch.
No, I guess you're literally double it 2.5 times. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
that's wild.
It's crazy.
That's
and
insane.
YouTube already has a really good app, so it's not like it's a bad deal. I watched a couple of my buddies who've tried YouTube streaming on my phone, and I'm gonna tell you what, the YouTube app works so much better watching the live stream than the Twitch app did.
But the one thing that pissed me off, and this is just the smallest thing in the world, but I'm an iPhone user, and YouTube doesn't allow picture-in-picture because they have their own premium service
Yeah.
where you have to
Right.
pay to do the picture-in-picture. Whereas if I'm on Twitch and I'm watching you, Shoner, I can actually just tab you up and then do whatever the fuck I want on my phone, and you're still in the
Right.
corner.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. I think there's different things that they need to do to make it better. But to your point, I've also watched YouTube live streams, and when I'm on the YouTube live stream, the chat works smoothly. Like everything works really well. So
Oh yeah,
I think like if you're dedicated on your phone watching a YouTube live stream, it's a pretty good experience.
Do you think that? And here's this might sound mildly conspiratorial. Do you think that they're not surfacing yet because they're still they just added a clip system, right? Would it be
it's in alpha
because
testing.
yes, it's still they're trying to roll it out, right? Would
Right.
it not be once they have all these different systems in place, right? To end with that live content experience, more or less ape what Twitch does and bring it to YouTube. Then do you
Right.
think that they make the push, change the UX, to surface live
Probably.
streams a lot easier? 'Cause that's what it feels like right now.
Lay the smack where they just lay the smack down and they're like, look, we have fucking everything down. Now there's
Yep.
nothing you can bitch about. No, I think that would be a smart idea. Granted, I'm not the fucking YouTube CEO, so I don't know.
Google's
think
just a
so.
slow
I think
mover.
people want to
So.
be there.
I
I think people want to be there though, right? Because YouTube does take advantage of Google SEO,
Yep.
right? So people want to be on YouTube. I just think the problem is, like you said, right? All of our friends are on Twitch. And now, in order for me to if I want to go to YouTube and I go by myself, how hard is it going to get you guys to come over and watch me on YouTube if I want to stream my gym streams or my game streams or the podcast over there? I have to convince you guys to come over to YouTube to watch. And if you guys aren't ready to commit to going to watch YouTube streams, then it's almost like you're starting over, and that's the whole problem. That's what like the Mixer guys were dealing with when Mixer died, or people who've decided to switch from like Facebook gaming over to Twitch gaming, or vice versa. Because there's been a lot of people that are jumping ship for some reason or another, whether it's because of the signing of that one dude who has a lot of problems with little kids in his past and stuff like that they signed to partner.
wait, who?
What?
I can't think of his name right now. It's that.
This is the Ryan kid.
I can't remember his name.
Whoa, wait, hang
What are you
on.
talking about? What are you guys talking about? Whoa.
My name's
so there's a
Ryan,
guy-
son of a bitch.
No, there's that YouTuber guy that just got partnered by Twitch, and a lot of people were pissed and they jumped ship because of it. They're
Oh,
like, why should he get...
Anision or whatever.
Oh,
and he's
wait,
got-
he got
he's
partnered
got
by
all-
Twitch.
Yeah, he got partnered by
That guy's
Twitch. A lot of people
fucking
jump
creep,
shit.
bro.
That's a bad
And that's
look,
what I'm
fam.
saying.
That's
Oh,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
is
A
a
lot of
bad
people
look.
jump shit because of
What
it.
the hell?
Oh, I just watched a documentary on that fucking guy.
Almanescence.
That guy's
Almanescence was his
a
name.
creep.
Almanescence.
Oh, okay, different guy then. Different guy.
Oh,
Yeah, Almanescence.
Jeez, man. I
Almanescence.
was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What?
I was
No,
like,
sorry.
I was
No,
like,
so it's
what? That is
Almanescence.
terrible.
But he
I don't know, I
does.
don't
Oh
He
my god.
he has accusations against him, and we won't go to all his accusations, but he has a lot of accusations, and he has a very dark past, and he's
Uh-huh.
admitted to some of them, but he's skirted the legalities of them by doing, shady shit in order to get away with it, and Twitch
Right.
signs him. But yet they're like, oh, well, we're gonna ban people for stupid stuff, right? And yet they're gonna assign this guy, and people left. I mean, we're talking like thousands of people were like, bye, and they left
Mhm.
because of it. And then there's, there's keeping other people around. Like we talked before on the podcast about that chick who threw her cat and it was being very mean to animals and stuff like that. And we've talked about other streamers who've said the N-word on stream live and had to beg to get banned, right? There's this favoritism in Twitch. And I think a lot of people, like I said, are ready to jump ship. It's just that a lot of their favorite people are still around.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I agree with you.
It's
It's just that fear of the unknown, really.
that's everybody's
Well,
fear, right?
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be interesting. We'll see how, because then I also know other channels that do both Twitch and YouTube streaming live, like
you-
at the same time.
You can do that if you're affiliated. You can't do that if you're partnered, though.
You
You
technically
can't do that
okay.
affiliated.
So
You
Yes,
can't
you can.
multi-stream. You could stream,
you
but you
can.
can't multi-stream.
Yes, you can.
Show me where, because it says right in the rules you're not allowed to.
Oh my God. Okay, Shoner, I'm not getting into this with you.
oh no, this is this is actually an important thing, right? Like
Yeah, no, this is good knowledge for people that are looking into I don't know how
Blood's
many
already
viewers
on
we
it
have.
too.
I don't know how many viewers we have that are new to streaming or like want to get into it, but this might be a pivotal point for them, because if they decide to stream on Twitch and start off on Twitch, maybe they build their base that way, and maybe it's not the way that it should be, and maybe YouTube is the better play starting off, right? Like for me, dude, in high school I used to do YouTube. I have a secondary YouTube account which currently has like actually 300 subscribers still, and those are from like my old YouTube days. I don't know how many are bots or whatever, but if I were to re-up that channel, I'd like to know exactly if I could actually stream on that channel and use it, use that outreach.
So with that being said, I will retract my statement to a certain amount.
Okay.
Because it does you cannot, you're right, you cannot multi-stream,
Right.
but you can stream on YouTube.
Yes.
So you can't have the same thing because Twitch has a 24-hour exclusivity clause.
Yep.
So you can't stream the same shit, but you can stream at Twitch one day, YouTube the other.
Yes, exactly. Well, technically, you can actually stream. I could start a stream right now, stream for 3 hours, quit my stream, and then go stream on YouTube, and that's fine. I just can't. Anything that I stream on Twitch has a 24-hour clock.
On Twitch for 24
Yes,
hours.
so you can't multi-stream as an affiliate, but you can stream on as many platforms as you want, as long as it's not what you're streaming on Twitch itself.
Interesting.
So I digress. I said the wrong thing. My bad.
Mark the fucking
It's all right,
calendars.
buddy. I forgive you. I still love you.
I fucking admit when I'm wrong. Goddammit.
So does that mean that
go ahead.
you can't post your VODs on YouTube for 24 hours?
For 24 hours. For 24 hours.
24 hours.
technically.
Okay. So how do people who are streaming both do it? Because I've seen like
They
Easily.
don't look at it.
Easily.
If you have,
Would you like to
they
know?
just don't.
It's called
Well,
Restream.io.
I watch these things called
Would you like to
card-
know?
card breaks. I watch these things called card breaks, and like there's a few like small shops that do this. They do both YouTube, like Leighton Sports Cards is one of the biggest ones in the card breaking world. And essentially what it is they have a box of product, you buy into that box of product and you see what you get from it.
Right.
They do both Twitch and YouTube. I've seen them live at the same time simultaneously.
Are
Are they
they?
affiliated
um,
or partnered?
That's the thing. I don't know if they're affiliated on their channel on Twitch.
And they could also be
And I
partnered,
wonder-
and inside their partner clause could say that it's okay.
Yep.
If they get a
Oh,
partnership
okay.
and they get that sign that says, "Hey, I want to be able to do this both. And Twitch goes, well, it's not going to hurt me with you, right? Because you're doing this and you're going to do it regardless. It's just better to have that partnership.
Yeah,
So how good of a streamer do you have to be to get that deal?
You have to have 75. You have to have 75 viewers, and none of those viewers can come from raids or crossovers. They have to be people that literally click
You
on.
also need to have a good lawyer.
No, I mean, even if you're a partner,
have a really good lawyer, dude. A really
yeah,
good
like
agent.
you'd have to have like Nick Merck, because Nick Merckx I think is a prime example of how you can, I guess, not manipulate, but how you can set yourself up to protect yourself from Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, because he's able to do so much, and I guarantee most of his money doesn't come from just subs and donations, man. The guy's getting sponsored left and right from all these different things,
Yep.
So I wonder, he probably has a really good lawyer to figure out a very specific partner contract. In my opinion,
like 100.
Yeah, that's what I
every
think,
single one of them. Even Tim the Tatman talked about when he had his contract that he had a lawyer look over it, right?
Yep.
Doc had a lawyer look over his. They all do it. You have to because you
Not
were
well
literally
enough,
signing.
I guess.
The thing is that I didn't have a lawyer look over the contract when I signed up for the fucking army. I fucked up. So now I know. If it comes down to partnership time, I'm gonna be like, ooh, you're not gonna have some old guy stare at my butthole this time, government. All right.
Hey, they were nice old men. They were nice old men. They were very gentle. They were gentle.
To you.
If Twitch on shut us down, the fucking government's going to. I guess at least you weren't National Guard, right?
Or Air Force.
Oh, okay.
Or from Germany, or
We
from
all
Germany
go
for
through the
that
same
matter.
maps, motherfuckers.
Or from Germany
at least,
for that matter.
at least in our world, LeBron's still alive.
Not mine. Fuck it.
Jeez, dude.
In the plane. Like helicopter. Shit, I did it again. So, and then,
Yeah.
I've been doing it. I've been doing both
Really?
at the same time. Yes.
That's really bad.
I don't care. What are they gonna do? They can't ban fucking people for showing their fucking cocks and pussies on stream. What are they gonna do? Come after the 9-viewer Andy streaming on 2 platforms?
Okay,
Well, see, that's the thing, right?
Serious?
It's the big guys that are going to get caught.
6 viewer Andy for all of us.
See? Thank you.
Number two, you don't make them as much money, so
Exactly.
they don't give a fuck about
Why would
you.
they-
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
they will make an example out of you, whereas people who make them more money get a look the other way, and that's fine. That's just how it's fucked up, but that's how the world is.
Mhm.
So I would think you should.
They
stop doing
can't
that.
police they can't police anybody. Are we serious right now? My risk of anything happening to me is less than fucking it's at a fucking 1% chance, maybe.
Or they over police, right? Like that chick who just got banned for writing on her body.
Twitch.
Wait, there's a chick that got banned for writing.
She got a ban for writing
Do
with
it,
a
Bron.
Sharpie.
Do
her
it.
sub.
Do it. I fucking dare you do
Oh,
it.
wasn't that-
I
I
hear
talked
you.
about her once with my buddies. I think her name's Indie Fox, right?
Yes,
Is that her
yes, yes.
Dude,
Yes.
she was recommended to me. I don't know why. That's really creepy. Twitch, stop recommending me things like that. I'm happily
happened?
committed.
He's saying that for his own safety,
Look,
Mrs.
look.
Shmoney.
But there
We're all
is
safe
there's
in
a
the bathroom,
lady out
boys.
there named Indie Fox that like she's that girl I was talking about. I think on the last episode where she writes she sharpies your name on her leg
If you
if you
subbed or
if you
donated.
sub or if you
Oh, no,
donate.
what got her in trouble was she went across the clavicle, and someone came in and made a Reddit post about it and said that she was signing on her boobs, making it seductive, and it was only
Oh
top
my
donors
God.
that got it, and so she got a 3-day ban for it.
Ugh.
So it's
And so-
basically those V words and I words that we're not allowed to say anymore on Twitch that are getting
Virgins
all
and
butthurt.
incels?
Yes, those.
And-
We're not on
No, you
Twitch.
can say it. You can say it as long as it's not a attack, like you're not using it in a derogatory way.
But the
Yeah, in
problem
terms of-
the problem you're missing, Eddie, is that it's all based off the person who reports you. It doesn't matter what you say
Yeah.
or how you say it. It's about
That's
the
facts.
interpretation of the offended, and that's the problem.
That's my new favorite thing to do in chat, by the way, is just yell fucking simp over and over again. And then watch people go, no, you can't say that. And I'm like, I fucking can.
Dude, have you not seen Simpzilla, dude?
Exactly.
One of the greatest streams of all time.
Still to this day, my most successful stream.
I like how he pulled the shirt down while he was saying it too. Like, oh yeah, Simpzilla.
No, this fucking dude, this thing is like itchy.
Is it made of hemp?
God, I fucking wish it was made of hemp.
It looks like a hemp.
Why would
sweater.
it be
It kind of
itchy?
looks like it could be.
No,
It's a knockoff. It's like pleather.
Motherfucker, that goatee is pleather.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
Would you ever
Jeez.
consider the move to YouTube though, boys?
I've been thinking about it.
Yes, I would.
What would it take for you
If
to
I had
go?
enough-
Let's just talk about it. Let's just throw it out there.
Them to make it just like Twitch, but better.
For me, I think eventually I'm gonna have to do it just as a way to grow. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna start off probably doing like video content first,
That's
and then gradually move over. You know, and here's the thing: like I've always had a passion for YouTube ever since like I was a kid. I was making videos in high school. I have a already pre-built channel. It's just so out of date because I haven't touched it in 10 plus years. But if I can just revamp it, re-up it, explain to the subscribers why I left, so on and so forth, I'm sure I can kind of build
Pink
that
headband
a
band
nice
only.
story.
Is that why you left?
Yeah. OnlyFans for Ham. Ham for OnlyFans,
Shit.
dude. That's the new YouTube channel.
I like it.
You leaked my shit, Shoner.
I like it. I like it.
And Brunstad's like, can I steal that name real quick?
And
in all honesty,
YouTube.com.
In all
It's gonna be
honesty,
a
I
bunch of
think.
pictures of fat chicks at Walmart.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
I was talking about belly pics and feet pics, bro. But
Oh, get that
Okay.
fucking weird shit out of here.
so